Ready?
Welcome everyone to our PokeVentures channel. This is our podcast. We're gonna have introductions starting from the right all the way to the left. Go ahead.
Hey everybody, my name is Razor.
Rover.
Michelangelo and
Emerald.
And today we are discussing, what are we discussing, guys?
Where do we start is a real question.
Well, I
There's
mean,
a lot to discuss.
Yeah.
I guess the question of the day is, what has been the best news drop of October? That's what we can
October
focus on.
has been one
Yeah.
of the most hyped months I've ever seen in Pokemon Go.
For sure.
Since probably the drop of Pokemon Go. So much so, actually, this morning I went on the App Store and it was featured. It was featured. Pokemon Go was featured
really?
for the
It was
first
featured.
time in
Alright,
a long
that's
time.
cool. That's
And
awesome.
yeah, it said a lot of new things are coming, new creatures. Says, hey, if you felt like you just collected the whole Pokedex, guess again, because there's more things coming out, and isn't it true? But this whole month, I mean, so many releases. We had Psychic Event, Shiny Krabby, of course,
Has anyone caught
Mewtwo,
one
and
What's
no.
that?
Shiny Krabby?
I have not caught.
No, I've been to a nest
They
and
keep,
tried, but
they
it
keep
just
announcing
couldn't
more and more
come.
shinies, and I get more and more anxious because I'm like,
Yeah,
I
One
don't
you're
have-
not
I
gonna
think-
get, yeah.
How are we supposed to catch them all? Yeah.
What you
Yeah,
could
you have to
aspire
really
to get,
slow down.
hopefully get,
Exactly.
probably
Yeah, slow
will
it
get.
down.
Right. I actually saw two right next to each other. I popped into both of them, was disappointed, of course, and then there was a Chikorita there. And
Chikorita shiny.
I hit it and it was shiny.
So this is
The thing with that was that, of course, I didn't have a shiny since that Chikorita day, and that was my first shiny. So I broke the shiny streak with another Chikorita.
With
Yeah.
a Chikorita.
So I wanted.
I always ask that question, like, so let's say there's a Chikorita. I know I already have a shiny. Like, if I click on it, or if I don't click on it, does that
roll it over.
roll over? Like, does it already count, or if I don't click on it, the next one may count towards it?
That is an excellent question.
I always
And I
wonder
think that you're going to be disappointed with the answer because I do believe that once it spawns shiny, that is the shiny.
Whether you click on it
Whether
or
you
not.
click on it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
had I clicked Chikorita first and then one of the other Krabbies, I
It's-
would have
it's
got a
still-
Krabby shiny.
No, it still would have been Chikorita.
Chikorita.
What he's saying
Whether
is
you
that
clicked on
Chikorita
it
would
or
have been
not,
shiny
like if you-
regardless
if
of whether
you
you selected it.
Just decided to drive by it rather than
So
or walk
wouldn't
by
have-
it. Click on it.
Right.
Yeah, so
It's
it
still
wouldn't make
a
your
shiny.
chances next time.
Once
That
it
gives-
spawns, it spawns as a shiny.
That gives me anxiety. Because
What if I
everyone that you don't click on, you're like
That could have been.
Yes.
red lights and everything. All right, we're getting
So
off
I hope
topic.
you're wrong, but yeah.
I hope I'm wrong. I truly hope that I'm
Yes.
wrong.
I hope you guys come back to the channel. Our next one's gonna be shiny conversation.
Yeah.
We'll pick this up. But as far as for the month, I want to start over here on this side.
Okay.
What was your favorite thing or more surprising thing of this month,
Well,
October?
I mean, since we're gonna come back to the shinies, I had a crazy shiny day when it was the psychic event. But we're gonna get to that when we actually talk about the shinies. I'd like to think that the best thing that happened in the month of October has to be the community day. Beldum was the featured community day Pokemon, and
Huge, yeah.
it was a really good one. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to play through Dratini, who is my favorite. So I was just like, I'm gonna grind through Beldum because he's just such a meta relevant Pokemon and just
Beautiful,
get
too.
as much.
One
as
of the
much
best
as
shinies
I
in the
could.
game. Yeah.
For sure.
He's got a good look.
Yeah.
Good look.
Definitely. And also, not to mention, we have a video of that day. So make sure to check that out.
That one out. It's a good video.
Yeah, definitely see how that that day went for us. Titled the good, the bad.
Who got the shiny that day? Was it you?
I got the most.
Yeah.
I got 10 shinies.
Yeah, huge.
I was happy with 2. I got 2. That's it.
I had the
Only
lowest.
2.
I thought 5 I was gonna have.
I had my lowest ever too at 5. Yeah.
5. I think 5 was.
I've seen people get 0, so I'm always happy when I'm getting 1.
And we had the discussion too on the day of that we feel that they might have tweaked it a bit than normal community days when there is a stronger Pokemon
Yeah.
out, like let's say a Metagross, to lower the chances or make it even harder to catch just to keep the game a little
Oh, yeah.
balanced.
Because God knows, I
And
think
he
I
was-
ended with like 400 candies.
And he was tough to catch that day. Like, I mean, I probably missed at least 20 that I was going for, given berries and stuff like that. He was tough to catch.
He was tough. Even with the berries, he was really difficult to catch. He didn't want to stay.
On our video, we actually talked about a lot of tips and tricks to set up for a community day, and even with all that said, it was still a very another tough hunt. Clearing up space and having enough
Yes.
Pokeballs, and we had the stops.
Yeah.
We had the stops around us, but yeah, it was a grind for sure.
Absolutely.
What was your favorite thing out of this month?
So far, I think most people might not like this, but I am happy to see Mewtwo go and see the new legendary come out.
Yes.
Oh,
So, yes, Giratina, I'm excited for. Unfortunately, I've been a little busy and haven't got to raid, so I cannot wait to get out there this weekend.
You and I both need to get one.
well, and I'm with you there because I feel that it's inevitable that Mewtwo makes a comeback. I don't know if it's next year, but
Probably
he has
will.
a shiny for
Yeah,
him.
exactly. That's
Yeah.
right.
So it's
Yeah,
not the
shiny
last
until
that
he
we've
dies.
seen him.
Well, I wouldn't be
Now,
surprised if they toss him back into EX raids, and that way, because that's where
As a
he originally,
shiny.
that's where he
For the
originally showed
shiny
up. So it would be
ability.
great if they tossed him in for like a limited time as EX raid shiny.
Since
So
you're
then everyone
talking,
grabbed it
since
out.
you're talking limited time, if you remember, there have been Moltres days, Zapdos Day, and Articuno Day, where all of the raids
yeah.
were those Pokemon,
Only, just like
and
Bingo
only.
coming up.
And the shiny rates were a little bit higher
Right.
Yeah.
because we at least got 1 or 2 every
Yeah,
single
yeah,
time.
Yeah, I think it
right?
was 1 to 20.
barely.
was
So
pretty much the
yes,
ratio.
so I'm thinking
Moltres
that they're gonna
is
do the
not
same thing with Mewtwo.
Stuff. Yeah. You think so?
Yeah, I think there's gonna be a Mewtwo Day where
A
they're gonna
window.
feature a 3-hour window where you can catch
Makes
Mewtwo
sense.
and
I
then
can see it.
shiny.
Yeah.
While on the Mewtwo topic, I did want to touch on the glitch that happened where you were
Oh,
able to get
yeah.
Shadow Ball.
Glitch.
So I was lucky enough to have 100% Mewtwo and
Shadow
How much-
got Shadow Ball on it. I was
gotta-
like, yes.
How do we feel about those glitches? There seems to be always a glitch that gets through, and I'm curious how much of that is actually planned, because it keeps us on our toes. It keeps us,
You're active. You know what you want.
Yeah,
know
you
what's going
definitely
on.
I
wanna-
feel like that might almost
Just
be
a little
like a recruiting ploy. Like they use that to find people that are good at finding. Like no joke. Like that's what a lot of like
Easter
video
eggs.
game companies
Yes.
do.
No,
They
Easter
use that
eggs,
to find
yeah.
the Easter eggs
Yeah.
or to find glitches in
Right.
the system, and they'll actually contract them and be like, hey, like we're gonna give you this game for free. You just gotta play the crap out of it.
I mean,
and
Niantic is
Find
notorious for Easter eggs. Like, they
Oh, yeah.
love it.
Oh,
they
it's-
love it.
They're good about it, and I mean you
There's
got to
so
credit
many
them for
designs.
the way they released Meltan, which was another big drop,
And there's more
Yeah.
big news coming on that
and
as well.
even more big news.
Yeah.
now his evolution,
Yeah.
So
They've already mentioned it.
That was some of the most surprising news I did not expect this month for me.
Agreed.
Yes.
Not only that, like the whole way it came out, which was actually prior to this month actually starting, after Chikorita Day, it came out and it seemed like a glitch. It got everyone, it stole the spotlight, got everyone talking. I thought it was the actual missing no form they finally brought in, and I thought, yeah, for sure,
Glitch in the Matrix.
let's actually see it in the first generation games, which Let's Go is going to have, which I thought would have been perfect. I was like, why not? That's the ultimate
is
Easter
this
egg.
actually catchable? Because I've seen pictures of it, but I don't.
In the original games, yeah, but there's
No,
it's never
in
been
Go.
reintroduced.
It's not in Go. Is
No.
it?
One of my favorite things is a lot of people mistaken it for an unknown. They're like, oh, check out the unknown nearby. And I was like, I don't think that's an unknown. So a lot of people thought that was an unknown.
Did anyone
It's
actually get to keep one though? Like all
No,
changed it
they-
to
They
Go?
all changed
Okay.
too.
They all
It's
converted.
yeah. I mean, it's definitely 100% a
Pokemon.
genius push
Oh, yeah.
to introduce it, but without you getting it.
Yeah.
And now you want it.
Yeah.
Because-
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
His
Now, and
evolution is just awesome.
and
But
it
then it
brought
makes
yeah.
you wonder if which. I mean, it's not any of the gyms that we've played or we know of, so it makes you wonder if they're going to introduce a new generation of it, starting with that,
generation. Yeah.
Yeah.
or if it's going to lead into, like you were saying, like maybe Let's Go, to where
Yeah.
it'll be an introduction in there somehow.
What's weird is that it's a mythical,
Yes.
and usually the
Oh,
mythical
no,
the
they
mythical
mentioned it.
Pokemon are introduced way after the generation is over.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it's breaking all the rules. It's already an evolution. So
Because exactly, it's the only
Just-
mythical
yeah.
Pokemon that has an evolution.
yeah, and it's
And as
coming
far
out
as we know,
for
it's only its first. It might have a third.
and
Never know.
Never know. Oh, and it's coming out for a Gen 1 game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's breaking all the rules. That's another one that we're going to talk about is Meltan. But that was the biggest surprise news for me, probably aside from Gen 4, which is still being released.
Yeah, still
But definitely all in this month. This month is insane. What was your biggest thing?
I honestly think my biggest
They do it for
one.
appreciation, right?
Oh let's be real. He's a boss, all right? When he evolves, he's a tank. You know it.
You don't have a choice. That's now your answer.
No, it was your
But no,
biggest
in all
surprise.
seriousness, I think my favorite was I love the starters. I've played through most of the gens, and that was like my thing, especially when we were growing up as
Yes,
kids.
absolutely.
We wanted all the starters, and that was the most frustrating thing about the games is you couldn't get them all in the one game
It's very tough.
unless you traded them in.
So definitely for you starters, Gen 4 big drop this month. That's a big deal. Mine was what was mine?
You forgot.
That was Beedoo. Yeah. No, what?
Yours was Meltan.
Yeah, Meltan. Yeah, I don't have them written
Meltan.
down. That's why I'm like, what the heck? Yeah, I was like, I know I talked about something that wasn't on this list. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes. Definitely Meltan. Yeah, that was my biggest thing.
Yeah.
Yours was Mewtwo peacing out.
Slash.
Slash.
Coming in.
Yeah.
We're gonna.
Yeah.
And yours was one more time.
Community
Beldum.
thing,
What we
yes.
didn't talk about, the reason I'm just covering it one more time, is that we did have a psychic event. We did have Shiny Krabby, which everyone forgets, slash Kingler. And we also had Spinda, a new Spinda form, which, again, the first one everyone was excited about.
Yes.
Second one was the one. with the
Second
goatee,
one
right?
was,
First one was goatee. Second one was two cheeks. And then
Okay.
there's a
No.
third one now.
second one was the Poker Face. It was
Yeah,
like a one,
yeah, the
one
polka
patch,
dot
eye patch.
Oh, the eye patch? Eye patch.
Now
That's right.
it's
Yes.
two.
I
Now
definitely
Now
didn't
it's
get
the
that
two
one.
because
Yeah.
eye patch has
This
yeah
one.
because I remember they referred to
second
him as
one
eye
has
patch.
No one's going to, I
Patchy
think,
face.
I feel like
Swatches.
with the release of the
I haven't gotten
of the
the third one
Spindas, there was a little bit of a interest. The second one, people were like, "Oh, okay, I have so many now.
Right.
I only need so much." I think a lot of people missed this third one.
I didn't know it was the third
What
one.
was
I
the
definitely
third
missed
one?
it.
Yeah,
I
Oh,
know
I
I have.
I do have them all.
you have them all.
I don't.
I was nervous.
Because I
If
think
you look it up in your Pokédex, and you can actually see all forms that you have.
that's right. Yeah, I think it's gonna sneak up on everybody.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got them all.
It's definitely gonna sneak up on everybody, and eventually it's gonna be huge trade bait. We are going to wrap up with one last prediction from all of us, and definitely feel free to share in the comments what your predictions are going to be. And also make sure to like this video if you want to see more of this content. We already discussed a few things that we're going to be talking about in the podcast, but don't stop there. Tell us, what you would also like to hear from us, and we'll keep them coming every Saturday. But all right, go ahead, Razor. Starting with you, what do you predict
I
for next
think
month?
that this month, or this month coming up, just like in October, we have seen an increase of Niantic releasing shiny Pokemon. They pretty much released it back to back to back. No rest in between.
Yep.
Once Krabby came out, it was like, all right, well, we're gonna throw you Grimer, and it's like, wait, I haven't even caught a Krabby yet,
No,
you
you
know?
can get-
So
True.
I think that, and then the trend is they want to release as many of the Gen 1 shinies as possible
Yeah.
to try to get Gen 1 out of the picture because you've got so many other gens, that
Yeah, exactly.
are eventually going to come out.
Yeah.
So they're going to push and push and push. Maybe I'm saying 5 new shinies with evolutions.
Wow, so that's your prediction. 5 new shinies for
Five
the
new
month of
shinies.
November.
Wow.
You heard it here
That is
first.
a big prediction.
What do you got?
I'm interested. I think they're going to bring back previous legendary as a shiny. So that's what I'm thinking. I think they're going to bring back, similar to what they did with Lugia, I think they're going to bring back either Rayquaza or, I pronounce them incorrectly. I call them
it's Groudon.
Yeah, there it is. So I think they're bringing one of those two back.
Groudon, that would be so cool.
Yeah, I don't have one, so I am hoping they do.
Yeah.
Pinnacle.
Yeah. I'm actually going to a little bit piggyback off of that. I don't necessarily think they will come back in raids. I think they'll be actually released like the dogs were in
Breakthrough
the
research?
breakthrough
Okay.
research,
That's a good idea.
but without the shiny form yet.
Right, I don't think.
For next month at least, I think they're going to be
Wow, that's
researched.
huge.
Yeah, or at least the Latios
Be
and
a good
Latias. And then
I can see
Latias,
Latias.
yeah, and then but the thing is
Yeah,
it's
they
just
don't
those
cost that
two,
bad.
and they've been switching it every month.
Yeah.
So we got November, right, and then December.
Yes.
So
Well,
that kind of would make
Especially
sense.
because they already switched up, and this is the last, legendary dog.
Yeah,
To
we
finish off the year
Yeah.
with the Latios
and Latias.
and Latias.
Yeah, yeah.
I like that.
That would make sense.
Even though Latias Shiny is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I mean, it's top 5.
Yeah.
Top 5 shinies, so they pretty much have to get on that immediately.
Well, that's just the thing. I feel like.
But they have. That's the thing is they haven't released shinies with the
Right.
The research days is
and that's why.
And I don't think they'll do it combined. They have another opportunity again to do like a raid thing situation, like you said with
There's
the
there's no reason to waste the opportunity to
Right.
get more people rating.
Exactly.
By putting the shiny there.
Exactly. And then your prediction for November?
I think mine's similar to Rovers. I think that they're going to do something similar to that, to where they toss out like Rayquaza or Groudon.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Kyogre's already been featured as a shiny,
Right.
and it's out already. So,
So I'm
That's
figuring
right.
that they'll probably
so they do
those.
Groudon and to finish
Although
off.
I didn't even think of that with the research breakthroughs. That's genius.
Yeah,
that
that
makes
would-
sense.
if they don't,
what else are they gonna do?
They should steal your idea.
If you hear this, Niantic,
And-
Yes, listen up. You heard it here.
And I hate to backtrack
Royalties.
real quick, but another real thing that they threw out at us with the Halloween event, which by the way, we all skipped over. It seems like we were all waiting for it, but it wasn't the biggest news. That's insane.
Right.
Usually
Yes.
every year, Halloween event is hands down the biggest
I
news.
just love the events towards the end of the year because we get the special Pikachu. Let's be real.
Yeah, okay.
So
You gotta
good.
love the special
Hey,
features.
so
Pikachu
many
takes up so
events,
much
so-
space in my
Yes,
all the
let's go.
special
I keep them to trade them to hopefully get lucky, and then I only keep 3
Yeah.
Of
or
each.
4.
But
Yeah, of
see,
each.
but see, then you
Yeah.
got the Christmas one that had
Yeah.
the Santa hat from last year. You got the one with the adventure hat.
No, but then you have
I got like
Pichu's,
the happy birthday hat.
Oh,
and then you
man.
have the Raichu.
Yeah.
You could
You have to
list,
keep
you
a-
could list them.
Dude, I could scroll through. I think I got at least
Well-
60 of them with different hats and
What I was gonna say,
with
so-
the ash hat backwards. You saw that? I got
Oh,
Pichu.
the black hat. Now they could be,
Yeah, black
and then
hat.
also the shiny forms.
Correct.
Yeah, we'll never
No
catch them
shinies.
all. That's
Never say that. We will catch them all.
We gotta catch
Yes.
them all.
We have
Holy spin this over.
Holy Spindos, yeah, he has
Okay,
that Spindos up on it.
Hey, I had to
But
make
yeah,
that
the
up.
Halloween event, Lisa, forget it did drop in the month of October. It's huge, double candies, shiny Drifloon, a lot of things,
Stunky.
including a special research task, the special one,
Oh,
where they
Spiritomb.
release for Spiritomb,
Yeah,
and
that's
right.
so that's a whole. It
Still trying to
opens
get
up a
my 100
door
candies.
for so many new things, and I think they're going to continue that trend every month.
For a special Pokemon
for
to
a
be
special
released.
Pokemon to be released.
And now that they're releasing Gen 4 in waves,
Yeah.
that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Every
Typical
month.
Niantic style.
Yeah.
Because what gen was Rayquaza in them?
Two.
They're 2, yeah, and they haven't done.
3. Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say 2 was
3. Hoenn.
that's okay.
Not Gen 2. Hoenn.
But they haven't released those yet, and they're already rolling into Gen 4. So I think that's a very good point too. Is they might start tossing those some more of the legendary ones out as research
They're
things.
keeping us on our toes. Once upon a time, we were really frustrated and we didn't know if we were going to continue with them because it didn't seem like they knew what they were doing. Now
Right.
they are killing it.
They're doing a great job.
They are killing it.
They were trying to get rid of the snowflake.
shout out to
keep the
them.
true fans.
Shout out to them. Thank you guys all for joining the channel. Make sure to like and subscribe and definitely comment. We want to hear from you. We want to know what else
Yes.
to talk about.
What to talk
Thank
about.
you all, gentlemen.
Topics.
Yes. Tell us what your favorite thing this month was.
Yeah,
That's
Let us know.
Yeah, let us
Nice.
know
And
what
let us
ideas you
know.
have for next month. What do you think they're gonna do? Do you think they're gonna try to toss at us like Razor said? They've been tossing a lot of stuff at us and a lot of content quickly. So we'd love to hear your thoughts on what you think they might toss out.
Absolutely.
All
Absolutely.
right, guys, that's a wrap. Thank you guys. Catch you on
Thanks,
the
guys.
next one.
Ready?